Yo, welcome to today's video. This is gonna be one of the most exciting video I've done on my channel, and it's me ranking every single Arcane Legend event from a D rank to an S rank, so you guys know what the event, all the events are, what comes out, and what I think of the event in terms of the value we get, in terms of farming from it, the items we get, just switching things up, and all those nice stuff we know and love from Arcane Legend. I worked super hard on this, so I'd appreciate if you guys subscribe if you haven't already. I'm also announcing a 30 million giveaway. That's right, 30 million giveaway. Unlike past, this 30 million I'm dedicating to only people that are my core fan who's been here for a long time. Even if you're new, you can join this, but people who genuinely care about the channel, want to see me succeed and grow. I've actually started a Facebook group, so I'm gonna be I stream there every single day, and I'm going to be giving away the gold to people who come to the stream, interact with me, share the page, share the stream, share the videos, like them, comment, all that sort of thing. Just basically have people to have fun with, really. So I'm gonna be giving away the gold there. I'm gonna give away the gold 1 million each day. It can be to one person, so one person could get 1 million, and and it could be between 10 people getting 100K each, or however many there is people that comes. But I'm gonna stream there every single day. I stream about 2 to 6 hours a day, so come hang out. I play Call of Duty Mobile right there. I would love to see you guys over there. So let's get started with the video. Just before I do, one last thing, which is the people who receive a top fan page at the end of the month, they are gonna be going in a draw to win an extra 5 million gold as well. I haven't done any giveaways for a long time, so I wanted to do something really big for everyone there. I know it helps out a ton at the start, so hopefully you guys can join. It'll be the first link in the description. So I'd love to have you guys there. But without any further delay, let's get right into the video. At the start, we have the Lunar Event right here. Now, the Lunar Event celebrates the Chinese New Year, and it's where we get bunch of new vanities, pets like Gang and Percy Robbins. Armored Zulong is made a comeback recently as well. I think this is a really solid event. We actually make a lot of money. I don't know if you saw me in the past, my videos on the New Year's event. I've actually made quite a few amount of gold, so I'm gonna start off strong and rank this video an A. I think it's a really good opportunity to get tons of value, but it's just not quite there at an S tier. On the second event, we have the Lovecraft event. Now, the Lovecraft event is one of the most loved event on Arcane Legend. And the reason, because you can loot so many things. You can legit get Tainted Set, Endless Set, Vanities, Pets, just a bunch of things. So I'm gonna start off strong and rank this at a, I think it's an A. It's quite nearing to the S. I'm gonna put it at the S for now. We'll see how it compares to the other ones. This is actually my first time deciding where I'm gonna be putting all this, so I haven't actually had any idea of what I actually want to do, where things go. Now, the next video, we have the Marsh meet. This celebrates the Saint Patrick Day. I remember the first ever Saint Patrick Day celebration. It was really fun. Unfortunately, recently it's just hasn't been doing it for me. I am sorry, but I'm gonna have to rank it at a C. If someone ranks, if you're not happy with this, let me know down in the comment below. If you agree with them, let me know my list, and if you don't agree, you can come here and give it a try for yourself. If you're a content creator, you can try this as well. I'll leave a link down in the description for other people to try as well. Now, going on to the Arcane, the Arcane Egg Hunt, one of the best event. It just stacks and brings in so much gold, and that's because of the platinum eggs, the red legs, the purple eggs. It's an event that I highly value because it's an event you can get a lot of value out of farming, but if you choose not to, you can still get high tiers through just opening the plat if you're someone that's already quite rich. This is gonna be my second event to go here. I personally think the Arcane event is a little bit better than the Cthulhu event, but and that's because with the Arcane event you don't really need as much luck. The Cthulhu event, the Lovecraft event, you actually do need some sort of luck, otherwise things just don't work out that great. As for the next video, which is the Marvelous event, the first one was really good. Recently, we've gotten some really good pet with it, and it is a nice thing to farm, but I'm gonna rank it at a B. I don't think it's quite there at an A level, so I think it's a good balance. This is an event I personally don't run that very often. I have tried it out. It's not really my cup of tea, but I understand people out there who actually sees the appeal to this event. Now the next event, a Goblin event. Now this is a very exciting choice, okay? I personally think the Goblin event is a solid A. I think it's actually better than the Lunar New Year. And my reasoning for this, right, is the Goblin event is the first time you get all the speed set gear, and there is so many. I personally feel if you spend platinum on any locks, this gives you the best chance to actually get those speed gears. They come by so often, and this is something I personally taken advantage of in the past, not in terms of opening them, but rather buying those speed sets really, really cheap because they're so important, my God, for running maps and farming because speed sets just cuts down your time in half, so you farm more efficiently and don't get left behind. So this is a solid event that I actually really like. So I'm gonna put it at tier A. You also get some really awesome pair. Recently, the heroic Fatima has been getting the most love. As for this, now we got the Earthsort event. Now, this event I actually have very close to my heart. This is actually the first ever event I played on Arcane Legend, so I regard it as highly. I played it for 2 weeks, and this was one of the first time I actually made the most amount of gold with just 200k. That's right, 200k I made from farming for 2 weeks straight. I played all day. This was like really back in the day when if you had like 100k, people would be like, "Whoa, this guy's rich." So this event, I'm just gonna have to put it at an S tier, okay? And it's not because of the loot or anything. It's just the fond memory. I feel like it just deserves that S tier. Is just like next level. I get so hyped up for this, especially because the weeks leading up to this event, we actually don't have that much activity, or at least it was like that in the past. This was like the major event for like a month or two breaks between we actually get anything good. Now Arcane Legend is more exciting, but back in the past, this was like a really hyped up event. So I want to put that there just from my memory. Next up, we have the Harvest Fall event. Now, this is actually a really good event. You can get lots of things, but it's not really something I personally love. So I'm just gonna put it at a B, just because I know people do farm it and you can get rich at it, but it's just so slow and grindy for my liking. I really don't like anything where you're tapping something and it's go collecting, and then it gives you just the worst thing. I want it to be immediate, right away. Now, Halloween event is a special one. This was a really fun event. I love fighting Paracelsus. It is different. I'm gonna rank this at an A. I feel like the Halloween event is a really good event. You get this was the first time artifacts were introduced into Arcane Legend. So I remember this is just a solid memory maker, but also really good at fighting boogie. You can get those boogie bugs. You can really collect every time you run there, you are guaranteed a boogie bug which you can sell or keep, so the price is much higher. Recently, it hasn't been that successful because now artifacts are like more out there. There's a lot more available. But in the past, artifacts were so rare. If you get this, you're rich. So I'm gonna rate this one really high. A, I think, is where it deserves. So we're not fighting about that. Let's go. Now, the Arcane birthday event, okay? This is an interesting event. I personally think it's between a B and a C. I'm gonna lean more toward the C, and the reason for that is just you get birthday vanities really. And unfortunately, there haven't really been anything that stood out to me in the past. They're like nice thing to have, sort of like a memory low key, but yeah, I'm not really big fan of the birthday event, but what I do love is the cake. Okay, you get the grand cake, it's such a big deal. You go to town, people are like everywhere. I actually still have so many grand cakes from the last birthday event. So when my birthday in September comes up, I can open a lot, and people usually don't have that much cake saved up. I've got like over 70 eggs saved up, which is a lot of grand cakes. Going aside to the next video, we've got the Occupy Winmore. Now, this is a solid BTR event. The reason for that is firstly, you get the tavern deeds, which is awesome. This was the first time housing in keeps were removed. Back in the day, you to own a house, you had to actually pay. Like I can remember you had to pay like an upkeep fee, so you had to pay like gold or some sort of currency, which got removed now. I didn't own a house back then because of this, but as soon as that went, I went straight into tavern. So yeah, this is something really nice event. You get bunch of housing items. I remember getting the massive gold thing, the massive gold piles, and like having like a stash in my house, and people were like, "Whoa, what just happened?" That was like one of the first people to really have a stash like that. So when people came in, it would just blow their mind away. So really going at a B. I don't think it's an A tier event to be honest. And finally, we have the Christmas event. Now, I think the Christmas event is really good. It's definitely not an S tier, but it is an A tier. The reason for that is because you get the gold loot sets. Okay, the gold loot sets is the main currency at the moment. They're what gets you the gold. They're everywhere. So if you pretty much have this, you're good to go. You can. This is when the price drops of the gold loot sets, which you can merge or buy or use yourself. We also get a bunch of really good eggs like Belial, Heroic Fostarian, Crescent Kingle, which is one of my favorite pet. You get Siren, which is really nice as well. It's regarded as one of the top pets at the moment. So very nice pets, very appealing. It's a time when everyone's on holiday. Usually we get plat sales as well around this time, which is nice. They also bring some of those really premium things, like they used to do those things and bring things into the store as well. So really cool event. I am gonna rank that as a A. I don't think it deserves a B, God no. But as not really. I'd say A is a solid tier. Now the next day is the developer day. Next event, sorry, is developer day. Unfortunately, it was a good idea. I loved that we showed love to the developers, but in terms of what it actually gave us, it's gonna have to go on a D tier. I love the dev and what they do for Arcane Legend, but honestly, this event was like really not. It's just something like, oh, okay, yeah, it's just not exciting. So I'm sorry. Um, but what was exciting is the Arcanite Field event. I'm gonna put that at a B, just because I feel the. Oops, sorry, wanna change this. The Arcanite Field was a really good event. It was the first time people worked together to make the massive guild hall, which was like such a big achievement. It costed like about 100 million to actually craft one of these guild halls. But if you work together, donated and things, it literally brought the community together. But in terms of actually how the likelihood of it coming back is unlikely. I did love the pet recipes, the Arcane belts, and the artifacts. That was really nice. So I'm gonna put that at a solid B, which is awesome. Now, the next event we have the Guild Waterworks. Now, I personally don't own a guild. I know the guild masters appreciate it, and I love that they tried something. Unfortunately, it's not something I personally enjoy that much, so I'm gonna put that at a D tier, just because it's not really a super exciting event or anything. The next event we have is the Fighting Spirit. Now, this was really relevant back when it first came out, but now it's not really that great. This is when um, you get the Maya sets and things. You got a heroic Okini, you get double spirit XP. At the start, it made sense when the expansion came in to get you the XP, but now it just doesn't really stack up. Some people benefit from it, but I don't even take a second look at it to be honest, because there is no gold here, and most people don't run anyway. For this event, they'll just run if they're normally running it. Now, the next event is a very, very exciting one. Okay, we got the Pirate Booty event. I think this event is a solid A tier. Now, a lot of people might be surprised, like, well, surely this gets an S tier, but I personally don't think so. The fighting spirit. Oh wait. Yeah, the pirate Buddhist spend is good because you get a lot of gold. The price you get some eggs. This was when we got the pest recipes returning as well for the Arcanite pet when it first came out. But other than farming gold, it's not really that exciting. There were people who were slacking in there. They would just let other people carry the team. Personally, I didn't love that. It just that didn't really work out. The map was a little bit repetitive for me, but you did get a really high gold if you had a high gold load, which is why I ranked it so high here, as you can see. So pure gold, very nice. I'm sure it's gonna make a comeback very very soon. So excited for this and see what happens. Now the Swamp Temple Challenge is our next one. It's either between B and a C, but when we compare it to some of these events, I'm gonna say it's a C, okay? The Swamp Temple challenge is nice, but in terms of what you actually get, it's not much. You just go to the temple. If you're someone that runs for the leaderboard, I can see why this appeals to you, but it's not really a lot of value you can get for your time compared to what you actually get out of this event. So, sorry, buddy, going to C. Now, Prince Leveler is an interesting one, okay? Prince Leveler, I'm gonna say it's a B tier event. It's actually probably gonna be the highest right here, so the highest B tier event. And the reason for that is it's an opportunity for everyone to get XP. People can stack up, sell later. You can actually make gold from this, which is really, really nice. But you can also get XP for yourself, which really gives you that boost to go to the next level. So definitely have it there. Next one is the guild decoration, which is nice. I'm gonna put no, I don't hate guilds or anything. I love guilds, but these events are more toward community related rather than growth related, individual growth, which is where I judge events from, and most people judge events based on. These are like events, really catered to a small one. So I'm gonna put the guild decoration right here. Personally, I don't use the guild finishing or decorations because I'm not a guild master. But if I was, I'm sure that would be higher on the list for me. Xavier, without a doubt, is an S tier event, and the reason for that is pretty much you get all pets in the game, except few, of course. You get most of the arcane quite a selection of Arcane as well. But what I really love is the Xavier X Scramble Dimension. They use the inverted colors and it just looks really cool. So I'm gonna put it there. You got lots of lots of eggs, which can last you for a long time. They may bring back eggs from a long time ago. So really fun event. I personally love this. So I'm gonna put it up here and hope that this event doesn't change. After the first event, the egg economy was so messed up. People thought he was never coming back again, but the developers decided to make it a comeback with selection and tweaking things here and there. But it's an event that works really well now, and I personally enjoy farming for hours on end. So I'm gonna put it at an S tier. Now, Awakening Gens is definitely a controversial one, especially when it's on here. I think it's not an S tier, not at all. It could be a high B tier. I'm gonna put it as a high B tier, okay? Now, some people will say, oh, surely it's an A, but this is an event not everyone can make gold from because you don't have a lot of gold to be able to spend on awakening. Okay, only a few people benefit from this. Like for me, I have benefited significantly from this event, but they have made huge changes to the awakening event, which isn't really gonna be as useful in the future. I feel awakening people have gotten a bit sensitized to awakening these days. Unless it's like whoa super OP, most people are like okay, they'll just lowball you. So I'm gonna put it at a B. In the past, I would have put it on an 8 here, but now I just can't do that. If you feel this belongs in an A, let me know on my Facebook page. Come on over there if you're still here watching the video. And finally, the beach blanket burglar event. This this event is an interesting. I personally was never into the beach vanities, to be honest, so I didn't really care as much as I think I would. But this is something that I feel is most ideal. Definitely goes at a D tier. It's definitely not a C, but something B tier I feel is D tier is suitable for this. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to see you all in my stream tomorrow and the past days. I will have a link down in the description for the Facebook thing. Let me know what you thought of this video. If you enjoyed and you're first time here, make sure you like the video and follow me on Facebook as well. I'd love to see more of you guys. It's been a ride, so thank you for being here. I had an amazing time.